So let's go over some of the tips that she just went through, because this is obviously so important for food safety. So clean.
You want a clean kitchen,
Yeah.
absolutely. Important points. If you're using a knife to cook meat, raw meat, you need to use a separate knife for your vegetables. Same thing goes with your cutting boards. Sometimes we put one cutting board on the table, but you have to switch cutting boards or clean them. It's a good idea to maybe color code your cutting boards and have one where you only use for meats and another one that you only use for vegetables. But don't
Go back and forth.
Go back and forth between one and the other.
Okay. Cook.
As far as cooking, you want to make sure that you are cooking to the right temperature, not necessarily to what it looks like on the outside. Sometimes, especially with something like a big turkey, it can look beautiful on the outside, but then when you cut it open, it's still a little pink in there. So you want to make sure that you're checking the temperatures and that you cook it up to above a 165. Make sure that your meat thermometers are calibrated. That's also an important one. Sometimes we don't use our meat thermometers for a really long time, and then we stick it in there and we're like, this is off.
How do you calibrate a meat thermometer?
What you do is you need to get a cup of cold ice water, put some ice in there, and it should go down to 0.
Okay.
And then that's how you know.
And then, okay. And
yeah,
then
it's very simple. And that should be done periodically. If you dropped your thermometer, if it suffered any trauma, you want to make sure that you do that.
Rock it and nurse it back to sleep.
Yeah.
So we're talking about the digital meat thermometers that it's...
Whether it's the digital or the little scale one.
Because the digital one is great because it comes with the guide with what number every type of meat should be at. You put it in and within 3 seconds you know.
Yes.
So that you calibrate to 0 in ice cold water.
Yes. The same thing with the other one, with the dial thermometers, you can do the same.
Okay, good. That's good to check that every so often, right?
Every so often, yeah. I mean, if you're in an industrial kitchen, you have to be doing it every day, but for home use where you don't really use it that much, you can calibrate it right before you use it. It takes a few minutes.